Okay, so the other night I went out with my friends. We had a really, 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 really good time, right? So the next morning, I had a lot of things to get done that day. And I was kind of beating myself up a little bit, feeling unworthy, like, you know, you shouldn't be given this task to do. Like, who are you to think you should be doing this? Um, and I was really being very hard on myself. I'm like, Lord, I just don't even feel like I should be sitting in this seat. I really don't feel like I'm the one to do this, right? And especially after yesterday, I just don't feel it, right? So after I work out, I go sit in the sauna. So okay, usually I sit in the sauna. That's my time to like laugh. I watch videos, TikTok, all that, whatever. So my laughter for the morning. But this particular morning, after I worked out, went sat in the sauna, I was like, let me just spend a little time with God. Well, I felt led to spend a little time with God, right? Um, and I heard the Holy Spirit say, read Luke 10. And usually, if I don't get any guidance, I go straight to Proverbs because my goal is to be that Proverbs woman, that virtuous woman in Proverbs 31. That is my life goal. So, anyway, if I don't get any direction from the Holy Spirit to read anything else, I always go to Proverbs. So, I heard Luke 10, and I'm going to read this to you from 10 3 through 4. I'm going to read it to you, then we're going to break it down. It says, now, go. Okay, scratch that. Start over. Now, off you go. I am sending you out. Even though you feel as vulnerable as lambs going into a pack of wolves, you won't need to take anything with you. Trust in God alone. And don't get distracted from my purpose by anyone you might meet along the way. Y'all, he said a whole lot when he said those two verses. He told me when. Now. When you want me to act on this? Now. And it's like, off you go. Go ahead. Go. What you waiting on? And he said, I am sending you out. Who's sending you? Sometimes we feel less than. Sometimes we don't feel like we are qualified. But when we know who sent us, that's all the qualifications I need. I don't need a degree. I don't need any of that. Now, I have all of that, but I don't need that because of who sent me. He said, I am sending you out, even though you feel as vulnerable as lambs going into a pack of wolves. Baby, those wolves going to have to be submissive to me as a lamb. Because guess what? Who sent me? Yep. They going to have to bow down to me. When I walk up, they going to think I'm the wolf and they the lambs. Yes, because he sent me. Right? And when you know who back you up, you got a different boldness. You got a different confidence about yourself. Because you know who sent you. And he told you, I am sending you. So sometimes when you are doing your thing, and you feel like, Lord, I don't belong here. When you don't have the strength or the belief in yourself, go back to Luke 10 and 3 and remember who sent you. Okay? So it says, you won't need to take anything with you. He told you don't need to take anything with you. Sometimes we feel like, oh, I need to have this, I need to have that, I need to have them. But according to his word, he said you won't need to take anything with you. What does that mean? If he's telling you don't need to take nothing with you, that means I'm going to provide everything you need. I have the provision for you to go. If you'll just go now like I told you to, you ain't got to take nothing with you because I'm going to provide everything you need along the way. That's what he pretty much said. Listen, it gets better. It gets so better. It says, trust in God alone. Oh, that is enough right there. Trust in who? He didn't say trust in you. He didn't say trust in your own abilities. He didn't say trust in your husband, your wife, your best friend, your prayer partner. He didn't tell you trust in none of them. He said trust in God alone. Trust in him alone. And when you trust in him, he just told you in the sentence before, you don't need to take nothing with you because I got you. I got you covered. I'm going to provide everything you need. Just trust in me. Oh, who trusted me to provide it for you? Oh, yes, there it is. And don't get distracted. I told you I'd get better. He said, don't get distracted by nothing and nobody, right? It said, don't get distracted from my purpose. Whose purpose is it? It's his purpose that he put on the inside of you to fulfill. And he said, and don't get distracted from my purpose by anyone you might meet along the way. I promise you, as you advance in life, you're going to meet some people. And some of them didn't advance the way you advanced, right? They did other stuff, stuff that you don't really partake in. And because they did other stuff to get where they are, they'll try to be a distraction for you. They'll try to make you feel insufficient, like you don't belong. Like, who are you to be here? But you got to scroll up to 3 again, baby. And remember who sent you. Remember, he said, trust in me. You don't need to take nothing with you because I got you. I said all this to say this. Stop stopping you. You are the only person that can stop you. Stop stopping you. You have the God that created the heaven and the earth that's sending you. And you know when he told you to go? He said, go now. So stop taking all them notes. Stop watching all them videos. And get into action. Implement what you've learned. Implement what you've learned. And remember who sent you. Again, it's Luke 10, 3-4 in the TPT. Remember who sent you. Get up and go and win. Now, let's get to it. Get with it. Bye.